Do you believe in ghosts? Do you know what a ghost is? Well, we perceive a ghost to be an unquiet spirit. There are many unquiet spirits on the Pantiles.
St. Dunstan, as the story goes, once pulled the devil by his nose with red-hot tongs, which made him roar. His cries were heard 2 miles or more.
Early in the 18th century, before this building was here, this site was occupied by the old Coach and Horses Inn. It was a haunt for smugglers. One particular tale is told of a man who owed a lot of money. It had taken him many, many years to save up enough to pay off his creditor. He brought the money here to the Coach and Horses Inn where he was intending to meet his creditor. But on the way he was assaulted by beggars who grabbed him and tore him and tumbled him in the mud and beat him up. He leapt up, he tried to find them, he chased through the dark alleys behind here, but he couldn't find them. It would take him many, many more years to save up a sufficient sum again. So instead, he came to the inn, took a rope, slung it up above the lintel, put it round his neck, and jumped from the stool. It is said that when the night is quiet, the rope can be heard creaking on the old lintel. My name is Simon Cruz, and I've been introduced to the ghost walks by the original collector of all this material, who passed it on to us and said, go ahead. He's very elderly now, but he now, I think, keeps his eye on us from somewhere around the Pantiles. I have a taste for the dramatic, and I have grown up with stories that have gone on in my family and that sort of thing for many years. So I've always been not exactly skeptic, but perhaps agnostic about them. But the more I do this, the more I realize that it's perfectly possible for these manifestations to appear from time to time. A lot of the main stories are so often repeated that they have to be given some serious consideration. Repeated by events that have happened decades apart, one from another. There are additional researches that we've done into some of the characters. Sarah Baker, for example, and Mary Jennings as a traditional Tunbridge Wells ghost. St. Dunstan, these various other things. We've expanded some of them to include historical fact where we can. But a lot of the stories about the ghosts are so often repeated and so often experienced that they have to be given serious credulity.